Hey guys, Brand here, and we're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna talk about Facebook ads and dropshipping in 2022 and what you really have to do in order to make this platform work well for you. Because as you've known over the past year, actually over the past recent couple months, the whole Facebook and iOS 14 and dropshipping, the floor to entry, the barrier to entry has increased significantly. A lot of people are now just flocking to TikTok, but the problem with that is if you weren't able to get Facebook to work, you're probably not gonna be able to get TikTok to work, just because there's probably something fundamentally wrong with the way that you're just approaching this business model. Of course, TikTok is a bit more forgiving for those that aren't really, I guess, proficient with their skills when it comes to just direct response marketing and all these moving parts that are required to make dropshipping work. Of course, you can get things to work on TikTok, but if you don't have the skill or the experience, you're probably not going to get that far in terms of scale and making it consistent. So we're going to be talking a bit about that in this video. I'm just going to map out everything with you guys, and we're going to talk about really what has happened over the past few months, the past year, and what you really need to do right now in order to just, I guess, make this whole business model work. So let's just get into it right now. FYI, if you're new to my channel, you can look through my videos, my Instagram. I've generated over 8 figures in sales with dropshipping. But overall, I'm just a direct response marketer. That's where my fundamentals come from. That's what I enjoy doing, is just direct response marketing, and dropshipping to me is a vehicle. But in order to, control that vehicle properly, you need to actually work on your skills. So you're gonna see me talk a bit about that in this video as well, and that's where a lot of my thought process is. I scaled a dropshipping business 8 figures in a single year, so I do see all the ins and outs and all that stuff, and I have nothing to sell in this video. It's just going to be completely value based and just super organic. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please share this video, tag me in an Instagram post, show some love with the like button, and comment below. I'll try to respond to all the comments below this video. So Facebook is still my go-to platform to launch most things, and Facebook has been responsible for many of the brands over the past years. Many of these brands should not exist, but they do, and that's because of Facebook. Doesn't mean that Facebook is the only platform that you can launch off of. Obviously, there's platforms like TikTok, like Google ads, Pinterest ads, and part of being a direct response marketer is being versatile, understanding fundamentally how these platforms work, how these algorithms work, really what goes into generating a sale online, generating a click from your ads, and the thought process that goes behind your ads. If you watch my past YouTube videos, you're gonna see me talk about some of this. Notably, one thing that has really this, I guess, switch in the way I think about my ads is that when people click on your ads, they're clicking on it for a reason. And that reason, they're clicking on the messaging of the ad, right? The angle of the ad. The message is how you convey the angle. And usually most people, this kind of flies over your head, or you kind of do this inherently without knowing. But what you want to do with your product page is then connect the message from your product page to your ad. So I guess, like, in a way, the way you can think about this is, I guess in simple terms, is, I mean, it sounds so cheesy, but like, it's literally putting yourself in the shoes of your customer. So who is clicking on my ad, and why are they clicking on my ad? What was it in my ad that made them click? What's the message in my ad? And then, like, who is that person really? And then tying it into the product page. That's why you see a lot of you're gonna see, like, for example, affiliate marketing and native ads. These ads are just, they look nothing like Facebook ads. They look nothing like TikTok ads. And the type of person that would be clicking on these ads are a specific type of person. And usually we're using pre-sale pages to back these ads. And it just really goes into, okay, who's the person clicking on this ad, the platform that we're advertising on. And this is just like actually like actively thinking and adapting to wherever you're advertising, and just being conscious, not only conscious of what you're doing with your advertising, but making sure that there's actual framework that you're following with your ads. Because we can't just throw like an image on, especially if you're starting out. For me, when I started out with dropshipping advertising, I would throw on ads from YouTube in like a weird dimension, and there's not really any structure to it that's like meant to like guide a person into like I guess you can call it like a predisposed mindset of buying. Like it's just, I throw it on because I think it's cool, and it's whatever, right? So another thing is that you guys have to keep in mind, and this is something very important now, is we need to avoid Facebook bans. Okay, constantly trying to circumvent is not a sustainable way of running this business model. It's not sustainable at all, and it's going to catch up to you in other places of your business. So let's say you're getting banned because you have horrible customer service, horrible logistics, horrible whatever, right? At scale, and as you scale, you're gonna run into people that I guess you can say a more broader audience, more average Joes. So that means, you're gonna get chargebacks. They're not really gonna read your fine print. They're not gonna communicate with you, no matter how much you try to communicate with them. So you're gonna get chargebacks, and a lot of people try to circumvent it. So it's just costly, and it's just not sustainable. It's going to give you a lot of headaches. It really depends on your goal with dropshipping. If you just want to do a cash flow, like strictly pump and dump, you're going to know like how to like circumvent and keep doing it over and over. But you already know, if you're doing that, you know how much of a headache it is, and maybe it's now just more worth it to just really pivot the way you operate your business and go more so of a slower route to getting to that level of cash flow. Again, you need to focus on being a better direct response marketer. You guys can't just be guessing and turning your brain off when testing. You can't just outsource your ads to someone, to an agency, and expect them to create a high converting ad if you don't know how to do it yourself. And you can't just throw things on Facebook ads and just expect it to work. What you want to do is improve your skills as a direct response marketer, and where you're going to get the highest ROI, I guess in terms of like areas of direct response marketing, is your copywriting skills, and then translating it into creative. Okay, and then just overall the edge you're going to get is just being a creative, to be honest. And I guess this is more so business mindset, but the quicker that you figure out what you're good at in terms of business, whether it's marketing or operations, I guess the faster you will advance in a way. Because for me, I found out that I was really good at marketing, and I love marketing early on in this, I guess you can call it, journey. And that's just what I doubled down on. And then where I'm weak, I would partner up with someone that's good at operations and stuff. But you can't partner with someone unless you also know how to, at least you need to learn that role, even if you hate it, even if you say you're not good at it. Because the problem is sometimes we get lazy, sometimes we put labels on ourselves that we're not good at this, that we hate it, and that prevents us from really diving into it and focusing on it. But really, like a lot of the times people say I'm not good at it, it's just they hate it and they decide that it's not worth their time or whatever. But at the start, it is worth your time to learn these things. You don't need to become an expert at it. You just need to learn 80% of it, which is relatively fast. Now with ads and everything, all the platforms, very creative focus. TikTok ads, very creative focus. Facebook ads, very creative focus. People who can create their own ads, source their own custom clips, and create high converting ads will win. Okay, with TikTok ads, very creative focus. If you're already on TikTok ads, you know that, okay? And when it comes to like creatives and stuff, you have to adapt to the platform, and then this just comes with just being a direct response marketer. You're able to adapt to the environment you're advertising in, the people you're advertising to. You're able to create the creatives accordingly, and like it's actually like you're not throwing random stuff on. Pretty much like everything is creative focused. You really need to get that message out in the creative. You really need to sell using the creative, and if you're able to do that, then you're giving the algorithm the best materials to work with. You're able to test more effectively, efficiently. You're able to get results faster. Your ads actually have a framework structure to it. It's meant to do something, right? So if you're not hitting your KPIs, then I mean that's one variable out of the picture. So you can make decisions faster, and you're able to get to scale faster and actually be able to scale. Right now this is where Facebook is moving towards as well. CBOs, Power 5, consolidation, it's all meant to take the work off your hands inside of the ad account and make you focus more on becoming a better direct response marketer, building a better business. Okay, really, like, the floor to entry is a little bit higher now, or much higher. It's gonna continually get higher. Right now, if you think about it, and I've talked about this with all the other people in my circle, is we're still early in the e-commerce space, and it moves fast. Imagine 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, it is going to be much different. Think of eBay and dropshipping on eBay, how strict and dead it is there. You have to do so much things, and like right now, you guys have to take this opportunity not only to generate cash flow, but insulate yourself, whether it's through a brand, whether through your skills. Like, really, right now, I would say, like, not to scare you guys, but it's quite urgent that you guys be very focused and, in a way, move fast, but at a proper pace, obviously, so you're not blowing your money and then you're like, it can cause a lot of people anxiety, to be honest, testing products and doing stuff, especially if this is completely new for you. Okay, so product research strategy. There's so much product research strategy out there, tools and stuff out there. So I'm really gonna just tell you what you need to look for. Okay, so when it comes to product research tools, don't worry about product research tools. This is gonna be very different for everyone. It just really depends on almost your skills and what you're kind of good at, because what you're good at, your skills and your experience will determine the type of products you like to advertise and work with. Let's say, like, for example, if you really know the beauty niche, if you really are good with creatives, like you have people you record creatives with, you're really good at copywriting in the beauty niche for beauty products, then beauty products are going to stand out for you. It's going to be easier for you to just advertise beauty products. So you're going to stick with beauty products, and you're going to choose product research tools that help you find beauty products. So that could literally just be scrolling on beauty sites, Amazon bestsellers, movers and shakers, if that makes sense. Okay, so what you really need to look for, okay, and this is gonna be like super general across, I think, almost every platform, but this is super ideal for scale, is something mass appeal. Also, when you're watching those product research videos, what you're going to be looking for is product research criteria. It's almost very similar across all videos. That's what you want to be looking for. Product research tools, you can try them all, see which one really works for you, really stands out for you, but like, really, there's no such thing as like a tool that's going to find like products like crazy. And usually they're like, you use these tools to find ideas, to get inspiration for angles, see what was trending before, see if you can revive it. That's what you're using these tools for. Really, when I'm using ad spy and stuff, I really find like winning products and stuff like months later after they've been like scaled. So just a little heads up for you guys. So something that is mass appeal, okay, just allows for scale. It's just keep it simple, mass appeal. We're gonna keep the criteria very simple. Okay, something that's easy for you to, something that is easy for you to create creatives for. So this could be a product that can sell easily with images, so you can take images of it. This could be something that, again, going back to that first example, if you're good with recording creatives, find something that you can record. If you're good with recording creatives, this is going to be a massive edge for you, basically. Or like something that has a lot of video clips online to record with, to stitch with, to edit with. Like copying videos, stitching them, it is quite risky. It goes back to here. really big edge now is being able to create your own creatives, or finding something that you can sell through image ads, something you can send to someone, a content creator, to record video clips for you. It's just now you have to do these things. This is what's gonna give you the edge. It's just overall much better. I mean, on TikTok we see people stitching, like copying videos one for one and then just running ads with them. Of course, you can do that for testing, but when you get to scale, it's now you have the cash invest in creatives. Okay, but I would say this is literally the two key criteria for a winning product, especially this right here. Something else as well, the higher ticket doesn't mean like $180. It means just higher ticket in that niche. Okay, the higher ticket you go, the more forgiving the advertising is for you. Just everything is much more easier. There's more margin for error, basically, because as you scale, your costs increase, so much things increase, the economics of everything is just higher ticket, easier, $60, $80, $100. Three key criteria: keeping it super simple, working with what you have, and just really here in-depth understanding of whatever niche of the product you want to potentially sell. Okay, very important that you do research, because this ties into the creatives, this ties into being able to mark this up as a higher ticket product, and then just understanding of its mass appeal, because this is very important, super important, and you do research on your product. This is a step that literally just everyone ignores. They write like silly copy, they throw things up, they copy and paste, they hope that it works. But when you look at the top copywriters, all these top marketers, where they focus on most of their energy is in the research. So you need to do this. So that you can create more effective offers that actually makes sense and sounds juicy in that niche. Because whatever offer you're creating for the pet niche or offering or message might not be the same type of offers and messaging that would convert well in the beauty niche, for example. Okay, with Facebook ads, testing is a little bit slower, again, with like the iOS 14 tracking, attribution delays. Again, like we can't be creating like shit ton of campaigns, shit ton of ad sets, because it's kind of hard to track stuff if like iOS is like fucking us all up. Same thing with scaling, you can't even scale as fast, right? So we need to wait more time to analyze data and to perform tests. So that's the case there. With the ad strategy, basically, what you want to do is have a method for testing, have a method for refining that test, and then getting to scale. That's pretty much the pattern of these Facebook ad strategies. And what you're doing at the start is you're testing for the winning angles, the winning message. Then you hone in on the actual like creatives. That hyper optimization process is how you get to scale. Because what people do is, they get traction at the start, they find like a winning message, winning creative or whatever, and then they try to scale it, and then everything falls off. But that's because they really didn't do hyper optimizing. They really didn't build the message so that it's mass appeal. Maybe the economics of everything just doesn't make sense. So things just get way too expensive. They can't scale. Really, when that happens, I always look at, okay, is my messaging on point? Does it make sense for the majority of people? Do the numbers make sense with the product? Did I perform enough tests? And that's how you get to massive scale. And through those reiterations, that's how you get to the point where you're able to target very broad again. Because what you have to understand is with advertising in general, you're competing with other advertisers, right? So you really need to actually build on top of what's working and actually hone in on it and refine it. When it comes to scaling, Facebook ad strategy is quite straightforward. So I'm going to talk about more so on the business end that will these things will actually be massive gatekeepers. So let's talk about that. So payment processing, it's probably going to be quite hard for you to scale dropshipping if you're using Stripe and Shopify and you're scaling to like multi-high six-figure, maybe even high five-figure months. So you're going to need a good payment processor so you don't get holds and rolling reserves. So for that, I would recommend reaching out to a guy named Trevor Galvin on Instagram. Just link below. Just let him know that Yengup sent you. You're gonna have to keep a close eye on your logistics. Understand your inventory level. You understand how much inventory you have, how long it takes to ship, how long it takes to manufacture your product if it does run out of stock, and actually be working with a 3PL so you actually have control and you're able to see everything and it's transparent. Customer service. Very important to have customer service. Very important to allow your customers to get in contact with you easily if they have a question, and for you to proactively reach out to them, be transparent with them, inform them of any delays. And I mean, the things I'm going to tell you in terms of scaling strategy, it just goes back to the customer feedback categories on Facebook. So customer service, product quality, shipping times. So very important that you're advertising something that actually works and matches what you're advertising, or else you're gonna get chargebacks and all these things. But basically, if you have payment processing, you have your cash flow. This is pretty much what you need to work on at scale. And then of course, reiterating your marketing strategy, always omni-channel as well, so you can increase your profit margins and really diversify. But this is pretty much in a nutshell, super quickly, what you need to do going into the new year. Hopefully you'll learn something. I know there may not be like a lot of specifics in this video, but I don't think there really needs to be. I think most of you guys that are following me, watching my videos, are already aware of like how to set up Shopify store, how to advertise on Facebook, how to advertise on TikTok and all that stuff. So basically just giving you a high level overview. But that's it. Just decided to record this video right off, just at the top of my head. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.